Hello and welcome to the brand new episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Zinaria Suleiman. You can catch us on NYSC TV on free-to-air satellite and NYSC Radio 88.3 FM. Since the establishment of the NYSC, managers of the scheme have been committed to public expectation in the pursuit of its mandate with the support of the government and other stakeholders. In line with the vision of the Founding Fathers, deliberate steps have been taken to reposition it for greater performance. The result, indeed, has been heartwarming as the scheme over the past 5 decades has made invaluable contribution in all facets of the NYSC socio-economic development in the country, including fostering national unity and integration, education, healthcare, infrastructure, national program, youth empowerment, and many more. We'll be back. Please stay with us.
NYSC Tidbit. Director General solicits improved collaboration with stakeholders. Director General bags Fellow of Humanitarian Institute. Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Y.D. Ahmed, has assured its stakeholders that the scheme will continue to collaborate with them to deepen the impact of the NYSC Community Development Service. General Ahmed stated this during the opening ceremony of NYSC Community Development Service Stakeholders Workshop held at Police Officers' Wives National Secretariat, Asokoro, Abuja. The DG, who was represented by the Director of Ventures Management, Prince Mohammed Momo, said the theme of the workshop, Building Strategic Partnership for Impact Development, is timely as the impact of the Community Development Service in the NYSC cannot be overemphasized, more so as the scheme has recorded more successes through the activity of the Community Development Service. Some of the stakeholders at the workshop include Mind the Gap, UNICEF, Hope Alive Foundation, NESRA, SUN, GOTNI, and SDGs, among others. The Institute for Humanitarian Studies and Social Development, IHSSD, has added another feather to the cap of the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Y.D. Ahmed, by conferring on him the title of Distinguished Associate Humanitarian Fellow. Speaking during a special induction and decoration ceremony held at the National Directorate Headquarters, Maitama, Abuja, the President and the Chairman Governing Council of the Institute, Ambassador Adamu Babangida Ibrahim, stated that the award was in recognition of General Ahmed's contribution to nation building through his numerous humanitarian gestures. Ambassador Ibrahim commended the awardee for leading the way for younger generations to emulate in his capacity as the Director General of the Nigerian's foremost youth organization. In his acceptance remark, Brigadier General Y.D. Ahmed appreciated the Institute for recognizing his efforts in leading corps members to continue putting smiles on the face of the less privileged Nigerians.
Welcome back. Let's jet off to the Federal Capital Territory to meet Mrs. Winifred Shopeka, the NYSC FCT coordinator, as she takes us through the activities of her corps members in FCT Abuja. Please come with us.
My name is Shopeka Winifred. I am the FCT NYC coordinator, and here we pride ourselves as the home of love because that's our language. So welcome to the land where we love ourselves pieces, we love ourselves scatter, we love ourselves on every level. My journey into NYSC started in 1992 after my graduation from University of Benin, and I was mobilized to FCT. You're shocked. And that Kuwa camp was my orientation camp. And at the end of the orientation, I was posted to NYSC headquarters, core welfare and health services to be precise. And I served from December 1992 till October. We left camp in December, so the service started mobilized in November, and completed service October 7, if I remember clearly, 1993. And I was retained, and I started off work in NYC as a level 8 officer in the same department where I worked.
The NYSC orientation course is a transformative experience that sets the stage for a year of impactful service and personal growth for prospective corps members.
Once we get to camp, before we even leave for camp in FCT, we get a word guiding our orientation, and we fit it into what management says for that orientation. For batch B, it was emotional intelligence. So for batch B stream 2, we worked with revealed glory. By the time we left for camp, every member of my team, NYC staff, our collaborating agencies, everybody was on the same page. So it makes it easy to function as a team, no divisions in the column by the time we get to camp. The receivers, that's a reception. Here we give out water, we give out stimulants and biscuits. So every corps member that comes in gets biscuit, gets water, gets a stimulant, and we encourage them to sustain it because we all need to stay healthy to do the activities in camp.
Mrs. Winifred Shopeka states the importance of SAID, skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development, and how it has impacted lives and elevated corps members even after service.
SAID activities in FCT is a massive one. It will interest you to know that several of our trainers are ESCOR members. If you enter the hall in camp, before now, the stage wasn't tiled. By my third orientation in FCT, I said I won't have that stage like that because it was undulated. An ESCOR member who trained on masonry and tiling did that job. He's one of our trainers. We have a young man that trains on repairs, accessories, and of hand phones, laptops, and all that. He too is an ex-corps member here in FCT, and actually one of those bank projects. The different banks have different. You have Accesspreneur, you have the one for Wema Bank and all that. He won one of those, and the grant he got from it, he used it to set up his business. Can I whisper to you? That young man today is a landlord of his own property in Gwagwalada. Every orientation is in camp, and you see corps members, male, females, in his cubicle learning and improving themselves. So it's a slow walk, but I can assure you it is steady, and we're getting there.
Mrs. Winifred also speaks about Community Development Service, CDS, and the impact it has on the host community.
For us in FCT, start right from the orientation. I think a couple of times, the medicals in the clinic, they have done donations. That community development service, they saw a need, they filled it. That's what life is all about, impacting on lives and being reason things are going on very well. So you see it starting right from camp. By the time they go out, excellent service for me is community development. Some go out there, after all, I'm a copper. You're not a bed of passage. You are to impact, bring things on, create things. There are apps for you to develop for work to go well in the office. Let all those come to bear. That is your own way of being impactful in this small community you've been sent into to serve. So it is not just that you have taken up a project. The project could be your life impacting on the other person by being positive and being the person that gives the best. So these are other ways of being impactful and giving back to the society. Then we go down to the one everybody knows, projects here and there. There are many. I'm sure you know of a wisdom that executed a project in Jahi, very massive one, provided a primary healthcare center. That's the work of a core member. Took time to train the women in that community on breast health and the need for constant examination of self and how to seek help if there are, because whatever be the challenge, if it's discovered early, it's nipped in the bud before it becomes a dragon that will consume the person. He didn't stop there. He did so many things with the children in that community. And while executing that project, he pulled everybody together. That's what he project. So that community owns that project. He didn't just drop it on them. They work together. So every day, they have taken ownership of that project too. It is their own. And they will always make sure that everything goes on well there. So just to mention that, you see that FCT core members, they're doing well.
The FCT coordinator talks about Health Initiative for Rural Dwellers, HIRD, as the goal of the program is to mobilize volunteer core medical personnel to the rural dwellers who under normal circumstances will not be able to access medical attention as a result of neglect and remoteness of their location.
NYSC's way of giving back to the rural community with attendance to their health. But can I shock you? We discovered that it is a healthy person that will be able to take medicine. So when we're going out these days, we don't just go with drugs. We go in with food items. We go with noodles and pastas and anything that you can give to be sure that the child has one meal that day. And lately, they are more interested in that one than whatever drug you're bringing. So it's not just health initiative now. It's stomach infrastructure as well to make sure that they're really happy when we get there.
The FCT coordinator, Mrs. Winifred Shopeka, also talks about the importance of NYSC Trust Fund.
The aim is to have a purse where ESCOM members could pull from to finance their bankable projects that must have been properly assessed and found to be worthy of getting out. Then you'll agree with me that there's massive need for a renovation of our camps. Most camps are old, and these funds will come in handy in maintaining our camps and expansion as well. The wear and tear in the facilities require there's need for that fund so that the necessary things are put in place and we're sure that our core members are camping in very conducive, wonderful environment.
She reiterates the immense support of the FCT administration towards the scheme.
They're always here with us. The call that just came in is from the Mandate Secretary, Youth Development. So to a large extent, they're always there. For all our programs, they are there. NYSC has just been moved to the new Youth Development Secretariat that was created last month with a new Mandate Secretary, and Honorable Suleiman Abdullahi Ango is working hard to make sure that everything we need, we get. As we speak now, if you go to FCT camp, you will see that the toilets in 4 hostels, in 4 male hostels, the area we call Bakassi, has been taken down because construction is about to commence. Has commenced already because they have taken down all the toilets in the four male hostels, the ones in Bakassi, the area we call Bakassi, for reconstruction. The camp has just been handed over to the contractor that is handling renovation and a facelift of the camp.
Mrs. Winifred advises the corps members to conduct themselves responsibly as they are the authors of their own fate.
My advice is simple. I usually tell my corps members, you must take responsibility for yourself. At all times, your conduct and character should be above and beyond reproach. And continuing capacity building. I call it RCC. You must work at. Take responsibility for yourself. Keep building capacity and becoming the best version of yourself. And at all times, be above and beyond reproach.
Nigeria songs, Nigeria we serve.
Wow, you've heard it all. Take responsibility and be self-accountable as you are the author of your own fate. Hope you have been inspired as I have been. Our next story takes us to the heart of a power community in Taraba State, where a corps member, Noble Fito, an indigene of Rivers State and a graduate of Business Administration from Kanule Benson Sarawiwa Polytechnic, Bori, Rivers State, who was deployed in 2021 to Taraba State. Driven by his passion for selfless community service, Noble made an everlasting legacy in Taraba. Please come with us. Noble, an indigene of Rivers State, a graduate of Business Administration from Kanule Benson Sarawiwa Polytechnic, Bori, Rivers State. He was determined to touch the lives of his host communities. Hence, constructed a bus stop at the Maraba Custom Apawa, a major point where vehicles drop and pick passengers going and coming to Apawa community.
This place is most useful for us. We, the youth, we do work here to earn our living. We live here to get what we will eat. And without this place, we can't do anything.
We thank Fito for his work. We really appreciate it, really, because we have never had a copper like this in our site. Everybody is coming here, quite sure, but after their service, they will be like going. But we really thank God for his work. He has done a lot for us.
Through the zeal of kindness and funding support of some of the community members, Noble constructed a one-bedroom apartment for Mrs. Litany Buno, an elderly woman in the community who lived in a dilapidated and very discomforting hut.
He has erased some structures and projects in this community that today our people in the community are benefiting. Something that we have never seen. Fito have brought it to our community. In fact, we like it. And I'm one of the sponsors. He went on mobilizing us, going from place to place, school to school, church to church, and visit all the prominent people of the community. I'm one of those that he visited. In fact, this boy have built a millstone in the history of this community.
That woman that Fito helped her, she's our member. She's about 90-something years. So when Corporal Fito is living in this community, he saw this woman the way she's living in the one round house, and that round house is not even good. So he has shown sympathy on her. He was able to contribute. He met me in this community. He said that he wants to build this, he wants to build a room for that woman. So I was able to assist him. Many people in this community, they assist him.
I met Fito Noble while I came in for service, and he was the CDS president. And while he was going around for this particular project, it was taxing on him because of the short time he had to prepare for it. And there were times where he felt like giving up, but he just said that since it's something that he has started and the LGI is aware of it, that is something that he wants to see to completion. And I'm glad that today his work is speaking for him, because he was determined to do this, though the funds he had were limited, but still he pulled through. And I feel that that's just an encouragement for we here, because moving on from here, we know that life can be challenging, and outside all of this circumstance that was pushed to him, he still pulled through, and now we are celebrating him. So I'm really happy that he could achieve this.
The few days I spent with him, he was the kind of guy that loved people, he loved the surrounding, and loved to actually impact on people. And when I heard he was doing a project, I really didn't know how magnificent the project was until I came to see it, and I was wowed. And this is just a call to every one of us that there's nothing too small to do, and there's nothing too big to do. Once you have your mind to achieve anything, you can actually get it done. And I'm very happy that Nobu is actually celebrated today, and we're all celebrating him today. Thank you very much.
That she is happy, she appreciating Copper Vito, that the Lord should bless him. The Lord should open way for him. May the Lord open way for him, that the Lord should bless him.
Noble did not just build a house for Mrs. Litany Buno. In addition, he also organized quiz competition for selected schools at Maraba, Kunini, and Apawa communities. In addition, he trained 10 pupils in computer literacy.
Another son on in the rain, with education and
In the community primary school, Noble erected a signpost for the community school.
I'm Wilson Mayadi Micheli, the headmaster of this school, very school, Apawa Shangal Nomadic Primary School. What I know about Copper Noble. Copper Noble, in fact, he's a humanitarian human being. He assisted this community, of which Copper Noble, he deserves an award. Copper Noble deserves not a state award, but national award, because he did well in this very community. Unlike this very school, it's for decades. This school, there were a lot of headmasters and a lot of people that served here, but to construct a signpost here, it was a problem. It's through this Copper Noble, that he constructed a signpost here, that anywhere, anybody that is passing here and anybody that is coming to this very school will see the signpost that is constructed by Copper Noble. In fact, we missed him. How I wish they would retain Copper Noble here in this very state, because he's a man that has human being at heart.
Nigeria's us, Nigeria we serve.
Indeed, the National Youth Service Corps is a cornerstone of national development, empowering Nigerian youths to become catalysts for social change and economic growth, while fostering leadership and community engagement. With this, we have come to the end of today's episode on NYSC Half Hour. Would like to hear from you. Please write us on the handle displayed on your screen. Remember, the safety of corps members in our community is the responsibility of you and I. Until next time, I remain Zinaria Suleiman. Bye for now.
Youth of